What is up, guys? Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of my brand new Panasonic GX8. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Diana here with Entree Woman TV, helping you transition your passion into the business that you love. And on this channel, I do small business development tips as well as video marketing tips like we'll be getting into today. So if that's something up your alley, definitely consider subscribing. So today I'm super pumped because I get to unbox my brand new Panasonic GX8, courtesy of Micro for Nerds. Link to the channel down below as well as up there in the YouTube card. It is Emily's fault. I just want you to know, and if you're watching this video, thank you. So I'll get to that in a little bit, why it's her fault. But I started out to unbox this particular camera because, I mean, this isn't my first rodeo. And it kind of gets a little old, or so it feels to me. Let me know if you think maybe you enjoy these or not. But when you are doing an unboxing, it's like it's the same scrap. You get all the menus and all the papers and everything else. It's like, who cares? But I specifically wanted to get into this one today because this is a used camera. And I know people feel iffy kind of sometimes when they're trying to figure out, should they get a new camera like when I bought the Panasonic G7? Should you go ahead and get a new camera? What's the difference between new versus used and what things to look for? So as I'm unboxing it, I'll go through and I'll share with you some of the things that I'm looking for, what kind of go into the mindset when you're picking up a camera. And then again, this camera came from B&H Photo Video, link down below. It's not an affiliate link for B&H, but I'll link it on Amazon, and that one will be. But you know, you know, it's just like trying to get that comfort level, get over the hump and the frustrations of, you know, used versus new and so forth. So let's jump into what's in the box. I already pulled the paper out. I haven't looked at it. I did pull the camera out. I admit I pulled the camera out, but I'm going to get into all of that right now, so let's do it. This is where the manuals went, so that's not necessary. Don't mind buying used stuff from B&H. I don't mind buying used stuff from Amazon because they have to make sure that the stuff works and it's a corporate entity, not like a person or a local, you know, one-off shop that you're not too sure about. So let's do it. And one thing to say about my unboxings, everybody lets the camera go last. I'm not doing that. Let's get the camera out the way first. Button here on the front, which is new. That's going to release the lens cap and all of that. So first thing I want to check for is the lens and the sensor. Well, there's no lens on this one, but the sensor. So this has built-in in-body image stabilization like the G85. So first thing I want to look for, you know, does the sensor look like it's been touched? Fingerprints, none of that stuff. Great. Coming from B&H, they are super solid, so I trust their judgment to give me good quality stuff. No nicks, no dings, no scratches. No, not even any fingerprints on this. That's another awesome feature with this. This is more like a street kind of camera, so I don't know. So I'll get into why maybe a little bit later. But overall look, this is the first thing I'm looking for when I buy a used camera is just, you know, does it look like crap? Is something wrong with it? I have some accessories coming in a couple hours that should be here, but I want to make sure the ports aren't loose. So I can see that in the door too. The door kind of gives me an insight as to whoever had this camera before me, is it raggedy or whatever. So we'll get into the actual box and stuff like that, and I'll jump past and try to speed some of this stuff up. All the writing is still there. It's not worn out. It is weather sealed camera, so it feels great in the hand. Just perfect, just enough space for my hand. So all of this still feels good, sharp. That's there. This flicks up, comes back down, locks in. All good. Camera, the lens, excuse me, not the lens, the screen, clean, no scratches, no cracks, no dings, perfect. Buttons, feels great. So this Panasonic GX8, like I said, I'll get into it in just a minute, but let's keep unboxing. So that's what I'm looking for the camera. I'm going to test out the ports, every port, HDMI, headphone jack, everything. I want to make sure that there are no issues. Does the cord wiggle? None of that. The regular charger that comes with Panasonic G85, G7, they all have the same battery, so that's nice. All right, so camera looks great. The writing, all of it looks clean. Everything looks great. Let's just compare this to Panasonic G7 because that's its competition right now. So about the same, a little bit. What do you think? Not too bad. This has a much thinner profile. It doesn't have the flash on there, so that's less space that it would be taking up. But otherwise, And I'm gonna put the lens back on it in a second because I don't like having that sensor exposed. But otherwise, both micro four thirds sensors. This one has built-in in-body image stabilization, weather sealed. This one does not. This one has the viewfinder that flips up. Of course, this one does not, but it still has an EVF. Otherwise, all of the same functions are the same. One of the things that this camera has that this camera does not, that I like, is the fact that I'm gonna put this back on here and the lens back on the other one. One of the things that this camera has that this one does not, that I like, is the fact that it has this exposure compensation dial right here on the top. And what that does is it helps just to basically compensate for your exposure when you're shooting and things like that. If you're recording, all of the same settings, mode dials and things like that. One of the things the Panasonic G7 has that this one does not have that I like is the mode dials here, that I can go from all of the different shooting features, which means and already tells me I'm going to have to go in camera for a lot of those features to find those, and I can be able to put that on my quick menu, because one of the fantastic things that Panasonic does well is being able to customize. Still have plenty of function set buttons to go through. Another commonality. So the battery is already in here, same battery as the other two, another Lumix battery, so that's a win. And then they both take the memory card in the bottom. So there. So, or if you can see it, I don't know how well I'm doing a good job at that. But a lot of people complain about that because of where the door is. But as you can see, I got plenty of space between the door and where the, make sure you can see that. So that's a little bit better. So got plenty of space between where the screw is and where the door is, as of where here it's a little bit closer. My quick fix for that is one of the things that I use to make vlogging super easy. A lot of people like to use those Joby Gorilla Pods, nothing wrong with that, but this bends just the same. Only thing is it's squeaky as crap, but all of them are squeaky like that. But this is an Archon smartphone tripod mount or whatever. And the key is this, that small space is as big as it gets when I need to cover for this down here. So I still have plenty of space to open up that door while I'm vlogging or whatever, and it fits perfectly. It doesn't matter. So that's never been an issue for me. So this is me on the Panasonic GX8, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Let's try a little bit of face autofocusing here, so you can just see, you know, if I come closer, boom, there it is. If I come away, boom, there it is. So this is the Panasonic GX8. I like what I'm able to see here. I got it on face tracking right now using the Yoda Yeo hat. So if I come in, does it pick me up? Is it still a little soft looking? Okay. Looks like it's good to go right there. New battery in there, so let's cut it on and see what we get here. Oh, this is beautiful. I like that I still get, you know, those same functions like I would on the Panasonic G7, just in a smaller body. I like that function button set to the top there. So overall, I'm pretty pumped about what I'm looking forward to do with the Panasonic GX8. Instead of getting the G7, I should have just went ahead and got this to begin with, because I'm looking for certain things, certain features that this camera has, the G85 has, and it's kind of lacking just a little bit. It's not a lot, but it's just enough for me, for the things that I'm doing, and I'm looking for it. One of the big major things that was another reason why I kind of didn't want it was the fact that it has a 2.5 millimeter headphone jack instead of a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. But since I already have the Movo shotgun microphone, I'll link it down below, and that will be an affiliate link. So if you click on it, it does help support the channel, and I'll get a small commission. It's a little bit smaller, but since I have a cable that'll go from the 3.5 to 2.5 millimeter, it's not that big of a deal, nor is it a hindrance to what I'm trying to do or anything else. So that's not a factor whatsoever. So I'm looking forward to using this camera for vlogs starting tomorrow. We're going to be getting into some daily content on the channel. I'll get more into that on tomorrow's video. But to wrap this up so that it's not too long, let me know what you think between the G7, G85, GX8. What kind of camera are you looking for? But I wanted a sincere camera that, just a real camera that was gonna be my vlogging camera. I don't wanna take my G85 out all the time, but I do want some of those same features. The GX7, not GX7, the G7 just wasn't matching up for me. That's today's unboxing of a used camera that is pretty much new. Talk to you guys later. Take care, and as always, live with passion, even if you got an old camera.